Alright, what is good YouTube? It's your boy Gwops and I'm back in with another episode of the Sprinklin's Millionaire Empire. And yo, y'all see it. Like, we've actually at the stash house, that's by the car wash. I don't know if I ever showed y'all like the downstairs. I'm pretty sure I did, but then again, that was like forever ago when I first did a tour of this place. So just currently going over like our weapons cache and whatnot. Gotta make sure that not only do I have some weapons on me, but I also gotta make sure our dealers are all set as well. So today's episode, we're actually gonna be doing like majority work, but later on I'm gonna try to like pull up on our dealers so we can get some money, because right now we currently got 1.2 million. I mean, we have millions in the stash and we got millions in the bank and whatnot, but I don't think we're gonna be doing any trapping, because last time we was on here and trapping in this area, like, it was extremely hot. So right now we're just waiting for this to die down. But my dealers have been still working and, you know, serving it out of their houses, their cars, whatever the case may be. But also have to make sure that the stash, of course, the product is all good. So we already got the weed already packed up and on pallets all ready to go. We still growing this up. I don't even know why we even selling weed, because weed's legal almost everywhere. But we also got that cocaine and we also got that crack cocaine. So, and I don't know who put it on the floor, but somebody's about to lose their job. But anyways, we also have a bunch of deliveries to do. We actually have a bunch of drop-offs and deliveries for Simeon. But the good news is that this time we don't have to hitch a ride this time. We actually have cars that's actually about to go to the docks. So I'm actually happy about that. And of course, y'all see Franklin, what he got on. I mean, you see what he got on, man. He got a Amiri with Nike and the Air Yeezy 2s, bro, the pure platinums. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me go into photo mode for this. Because I specifically have to get this shot. Because y'all know, if y'all see my videos and whatnot, y'all know that I got the pure platinums and I got the Red Octobers. So honestly, the model could be a little bit better, considering that the Red Octobers are the only ones that have those like diamonds on the side of it. The pure platinums and the solars have the scales, and the Nike logo is bolded on the side, not like it is right here, but it'll do. Beggars can't be choosers after all. But these are some high quality shoes. This is on 5 mods, by the way. This is on 5 mods, and it's a really good mod too. Really good mod. But anyways, enough of that. Let's actually get back to work. Let's get back to work. And I keep forgetting I can't exit out through this way, so I have to phase through the door like this. And I decided to bring the Trippy Red C8 Corvette out. Now, I am planning on getting another C8, but it's probably going to be either the Z06 or the Z07, the Z06 with the Z07 packaging, like the track day ready one, the big boy. But I'm thinking about keeping this, or I might just do something completely different with it. Who knows? I might sell it and get a base C8 and do something crazy with that. But anyways, let's actually get right back into it. And what we could do is we could pull up on our dealers like right now. But of course, we have 2 new dealers. Also, speaking of which, I have a new dealer that's over here. It's a friend of like this dude that's right over here by the beach. And of course, we have Tanya's crackhead ass, which is over here. Yeah, she's over here. So we're gonna visit her. If it's not this episode, it's gonna be next episode, where we're gonna visit her and make sure that she's straight. But since we actually have a bunch of drugs, we can actually give this to our dealers, but we're gonna do that a little bit later. Let's start this up and let's actually go to the dealership. Actually, as a matter of fact, before we go to the dealership, I also know what I want to do. I have to take out the cars and put them in the parking lot so they can be picked up by the owners. So the work on those cars actually got done actually a while ago, because like they actually never came and picked it up. But since I actually recorded the last episode like some months ago and just kept it on unlisted and then unlisted and then never uploaded it, I just basically said screw it, I just put it up anyways, because I'm honestly at that point where I'm actually kind of done with GTA, but I still want to show you what I can do with mods, because that was the whole reason why I got my computer to start with. But other than that, we're pretty much back to normal, our regular scheduled program. Look at the kitty cat. Anyways, the markers is all right here, so let's actually get up in here real quick. Matter of fact, I forgot how these markers work. These markers are so finicky. I think I had it set up where I can only enter in with cars, but it's no matter. I can always phase through walls like this. So anyways, last episode we also picked up the Roush stage 2 or stage 3 stolen theft recovery / repo Mustang. That's a lot to say. So come to find out, this actually was stolen, but it was supposed to be repossessed. So technically speaking, like, it belongs to us now since they defaulted, but then we recovered it, so it's ours now. So we actually got the paperwork for it, and we signed off on it and everything last episode. So I'm thinking about keeping these 4 Giottos on here. What I'm gonna do is probably gonna turn this into a Roush, or I might just go basic and I might just put like a wide body kit, like an RTR body kit on this. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm seriously considering about putting that RTR body kit on the 5.0. Since this is a 5.0 with the Roush upgrades, what I'm thinking about doing is having the RTR stage kits and the wide body. So anyways, the main reason why I wanted to come here was because I wanted to test drive the Viper, and all these cars are done. So last time you guys seen these cars, we had the Z01, the Trackhawk, and we also had the BMW M8 competition, and we also have the Viper ACR. Now this one was the last one to get finished. All the other cars was already finished, so I just simply have to pull them out and get them ready for the customers that's gonna come pick them up. But this Viper right here has a crazy wrap on it. It's a satin black. They wanted, instead of having the spoiler painted as well, or like paint match with and wrapped as well, they decided to have that black. So this is a crazy bluish purple. It's like a color shift blue and purple. It's like a color shift purple and blue. So anyways, let's actually get these cars pulled up so we can actually go on and about our job and whatnot. And first of all, I want to take the Trackhawk out. I might take this one around the block real quick, because I'm thinking about getting Franklin a Trackhawk. I'm definitely going to get him a Trackhawk, and I'm going to get him a Z01. There's a bunch of cars I want to get Franklin, but in due time. Because if we start buying cars, the feds is going to be all over us, because we still hot in the area, and we need to stop spending our money so much. So matter of fact, we're going to park the cars in the back. So we're going to park the Trackhawk all the way back here, so that way we can have some clearance room out here, so we can get these cars out of here. Alright, so that's the Trackhawk. Also, speaking of which, I have to remind y'all, this Trackhawk is available. Matter of fact, this Trackhawk is available on libertycity.net and in my Discord server. So I recently switched ownership of the Discord server. I had a falling out with an old partner of mine. So the Discord server, I'm still in that Discord server, but like, it's actually under new ownership, because like he paid to like be the owner of it, of the Discord server, but like, of course, my partner or former partner fell out with me and decided not to get on the server. So yeah, I had to make that right. So anyways, back to what we were doing. Matter of fact, what I might do is I might update that Trackhawk so I can have the livery on the windows. That's what I might do, but I'll keep y'all updated. That's probably what I'm gonna do, because I already have a bunch of builds like that I will show on the channel very soon with how I do my Trackhawks now. So let's actually get into the Z01. I'm definitely gonna get this. I'm definitely getting this. No ifs, ands, or buts. The Z01 is by far my favorite iteration of the Camaro, especially the 1LE Track Day Edition. Alright, let's pull this all the way back here. Park this in the back. What I need to do is I need to get a gate for the entryway, but nobody will come this way anyways. They know this is a custom shop, but like, we have cameras everywhere. Now let's get back into the garage. Let's actually take the BMW M8 out, and then we actually have a bunch of orders coming in. Some is for some Dodge Chargers that's coming in. Also, speaking of which, I got a new Dodge Charger, but I'm gonna reveal my original Red Eye Charger and jailbreaks very soon. So I'm figuring out how I'm gonna do that and everything, but I got a few ideas. But I did get a new model, and it's way better than my last one, so that's why I kind of gave my last one away for free already. And if you watch Steve the Gamer 55, you know what I'm talking about. You probably seen that Trackhawk and mentioned my name a couple times, or like, not the Trackhawk, but the Charger that he drives. So if y'all into modding and stuff, like, y'all can just look me up on the website actually. So the Viper is actually the last one that I wanted to take out. Matter of fact, we're gonna take this on a quick little test drive around the block. I know that I should not be doing this with customers' cars, because if you wreck it, that's a lawsuit. So, but that's actually what I'm going to do right here. So make sure, first of all, I'm going to make sure it's all gassed up and ready to go before we actually go on this test run. And this is a free ACR on 5 mods. So this Viper is available on 5 mods and everything. It's not an exclusive, like this been on 5 mods and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much more or less about it. So let's actually take this out for a test drive. I got a new engine sound for this Viper, so that's why I'm excited to take it out for a test drive. Woo! Ooh, got squirrely, got squirrely. Okay, we might have to turn traction control on for this. We're gonna have to turn it on for this. And matter of fact, since it's a stick shift, let's actually put it in sequential. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on, bro. What are y'all doing? Oh my goodness. This vehicle had a warrant. What for?
Dang, oh shit.
Dang, all right, Franklin. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we got to get this car fixed. We got to get this car fixed, bro. Okay, we got to go. We got to go right now. We got to go right now. I'm over here stick shifting in a Viper running away from the cops. Okay, matter of fact, where's the LS Customs at? Okay, it's right here. It's right here. We got to get this car fixed. We got to get this car fixed. This car, that cop completely swerved into me, bro. What was that about?
Man, you got off lucky, homie.
Alright, we escaped, but still, what was that even about? Oh my god, but we're gonna get this fixed. We're gonna get this fixed. We're gonna make this right and whatnot. Thankfully, we didn't get spotted or identified. If we get identified, we're screwed. So I don't know what this dude was doing in this Viper, why he has a warrant or whatnot, but that was crazy. That was absolutely wild.
Sounds about right.
Alright, isn't that How actually? Yeah, that is How from the Strangers and Freaks mission, or with the street race. Alright, he won't notice it anyways. Alright, just like brand new. Alright, matter of fact, let's go the long way around. I know a shortcut. Let's go the long way around. Oh, hold on, got squirrely. I'm over here granny shifting. I have not driven sequential in a while. I don't even remember if I even remember doing sequential in any of the cars Franklin owns. And speaking of which, that Hellcat that Franklin owns, I'm thinking about trading that in. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna think about trading that in, because since I got my new Charger model finished or just about finished and whatnot, I'm actually gonna get that uploaded in the server, and then I'm gonna make my videos on it before I release it and whatnot. I did a build already on it, and I don't know if anybody did a video on my build just yet, but period, I will be making a video on that, as well as taking delivery of those chargers when it's ready. I just pretty much gotta put it in the DLC packs, make it ready for 5M, that stuff. Speaking of 5M, I think I gotta make a debadged version of it, but I know people aren't really following the rules like that anyways, plus they can't really enforce it like that anyways. So we're actually gonna get that situated and figured out sooner or later, because I got a bunch of cars that I've worked on in my spare time that I released but I never made videos on. So we're actually going to make videos on that real soon. I don't even know why I'm even driving through my old hood in a purple car or in a purple Viper, because that's honestly principle, just for me, just for them to shoot at me on, just off principle, just off GP. Too, nigga. What you on? Accidentally put it in neutral, be messing with you. Actually, speaking of which, yeah, the area's still hot. That's probably one reason why we got caught and whatnot, or like they was on us to start with. See the downshifts on this? This thing sounds throaty. What I might do is, when I pick up a Viper ACR for Franklin, what I'm gonna do is, man, the shop is pretty flooded right now. What I might do is I might get the ACR or a Viper just so I can twin turbo it. That's what I'm probably gonna think about doing, because I've seen people do some twin turbo builds for ACR. It's nutty to say the least. All right, so now that that's done, now that that little fiasco is out of the way, I did not plan on that. So the customers can come pick up their cars when they're ready. I think a couple of them is over here right now. But while my people is inside taking care of that and taking care of the paperwork for that, we can hop in this trippy red C8 and then we can go back to the shop or the dealership so we can actually go and drop these cars off. Man, people are at the gas pump today. Matter of fact, that's what we gonna do. Alright. Let me know what y'all think about this C8 Corvette that I made. I'm still proud of this. This is one of my very first builds I made. One of my very first builds I made. And this is for free on 5 mods, Liberty City, everywhere else, my Discord server, everywhere else. So if y'all interested in this, definitely pick it up. Actually, matter of fact, let's go in through the back actually. I don't trust these cops that's out here. I still don't know what that was about actually. I don't remember having a warrant for Franklin. Alright, let's park the C8 in the back. Yeah, right here is good. Alright. Man, you know how you have like a fire whip? If any of y'all have a fire whip and then y'all lock it up and like y'all going inside a store or y'all house or whatnot, you just look back at it a few times. Like A-Boogie with the hoodie when you look back at it. Like honestly, I would, if I own a car this fresh or if I ever get my Hellcat like soon, bro, I'm going to be looking back at my car every single like 2 seconds, see how like crispy my whip is. That's like basic principle with having a nice car. You just have to look back at it. You just gotta look back at it. But anyways, here's what we doing today. So those 4 cars, I got scared for a second. I'm like, who are they chasing after now? So these 4 cars that we delivering, coincidentally, they're all black. They're all getting transferred out of the city. They're all getting delivered out of the city to go to another dealership. I heard it's on the East Coast or down south in Vice City or something. But anyways, we got a BMW M3 competition, and this is the new one. This is like the 2021 or the 2022, maybe 2023. And this BMW right here, it has like not only does it have like the quad middle exhaust, and it's a 4-door, but it also has like this crazy wing. This one has a ducktail, but it has a crazy wing on it. So we might have to pick this up. If matter of fact, speaking of which, we gonna have to decide which car we gonna pick up for those 4 cars. In that one episode I did when we had a Mustang GT500, we had an M5, we had a CT5 Blackwing, and we had RS6, an Audi RS6. And speaking of Audis, we got the R8. Now this Audi may seem familiar because this was from like 10 episodes ago when we repoed this. So someone bought this out of town, and then this is gonna get shipped to the docks and get shipped to a dealership. Right here, we have a 2021 992 Porsche GT3. Now this is nice for a number of reasons, because number one, it has that light bar in the back, like right here. Like if y'all seen Bad Boys for Life, the 3rd one, y'all know what I'm talking about with that new Porsche. And I love how they did it with that Porsche from now on. And it has like this aerodynamic spoiler. The new GT3 911 GT3 RS from Porsche, the 2023, has an even bigger spoiler than this. And I will try to put up a picture like right now if I choose to edit it or if I feel lazy. But I actually kind of want to get this better because it looked more, of course it looks sporty, but it's not doing too much. That spoiler may be doing a little bit too much, but it kind of reminds me of the ACR with the 2023 version. And of course, we have a 2021 Lamborghini Huracan Evo. Now this is also available on 5 mods. Most of these cars right here is either available on 5 mods or on Liberty City mods, but these are like free mods. So I'm actually excited to drive this right here. This is like our first little exotic job, so I'm actually excited. And we're gonna do the dash in all of them, best believe it. Alright, let's actually get into the M3. Let's get right into it. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, Ooh, this thing sounds throaty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm definitely thinking about picking up one of these now. Along with the M5, we definitely gonna have to get the M3. And it has to be the track day competition version of it. It has to be. And speaking of which, before I do anything, I want to see if I do the gear ratios right. Let's optimize it a little bit, because I don't remember doing the gear ratios. Alright, now that that's done, let's actually do a little bit of dash in it. Oh yeah, much better, much better. I'm telling you, in GTA, there's mods for everything. And when I say everything, everything. Like there's mods for like the gear ratios, there's mods for cars of course, the MLOs for like interiors, open interiors, like fan-made interiors for like preset places that we're locked out of. In gear ratios like I have right here, V-stance where like I can have custom big 24s on cars and stance them and all that stuff. Like there's mods for everything. One of the reasons why 5M is so popular is because the fans, they make these mods and they keep this game alive. It's so much fun and even better playing GTA with mods. Alright, we're making it down to the docks though. Let's actually do a little bit of a speed run in this. I know it can only top out at like maybe 180 or something, but it's sort of stuck in like 5th gear right now. And I mean, it's a sedan, it's a performance sedan, so of course it's gonna take a little bit just to get to speed and whatnot. So we're actually gonna drop these cars off as we go, and then we're gonna pick up these cars, and then we're gonna drive it back, and so on and so forth. We gotta make a decision on what car we gonna take home. I'm eyeballing that GT500 the most, but since it wouldn't really make sense because we just picked up a Mustang. But I'm thinking about it. I'm just gonna think about it as we go. So, matter of fact, and then also, Simeon told me that as I'm picking up these cars, do not look inside because that car, the cars that he actually picked up, I'm actually gonna spoil it just a little bit. It's for the new Lamborghini Urus, and I won't say which one. I'm not gonna say which one. They made like 3 different versions, and they made a special version of the Urus. So, as you guys know, the white RS6, we got the black wing, the orange black wing, and of course the green with the red gutted Shelby GT500, and of course the red gutted ultra blue BMW M5 competition. Honestly, this is what I might be taking home. Honestly, I might be taking this home because this honestly is way too fire for me to pass up. And plus, I need a Beamer in my lineup. We can always get a Mustang. We can always get a Mustang, or screw it, we might just get both. We might just get both. But let's take this Beamer back. This one I'm eyeballing the most, so I'm actually gonna take this home. Or back to the dealership. A little bit of the same engine sound like in the M3. But this is also my favorite part of why I want to take this home. You can fold the mirrors out. Like y'all see it? Hold on, for any of y'all that missed it. We can fold the mirrors in. And then of course, we can fold the mirrors out. That is sick. So let's actually take this bad puppy home. Honestly, yeah. Oh yeah, the M5. For those of you who don't know, the M5 is like my favorite BMW of all time. That along with the M8 competition and the M3 GTR. So honestly, the M5 is might be my go-to. This might be my go-to. Plus, I might just keep it the way it is, and I just might throw some 4G autos on it and make this like my street car if I'm not driving a Hellcat or a performance car or nothing like that. So let's actually head back to the dealership, and then we're gonna put these out on the showroom floor. Now these aren't for sale just yet, but we do get first dibs, so that's the one reason why I'm contemplating about taking it home. Alright, and then matter of fact, how we doing on time? 24 minutes? This actually might be a shorter episode, and then what I might do is, after I'm done with this episode, I might just continue recording and then record another episode, and then those are going to be back-to-back uploads for when I'm gone on either Thursday or Friday. either which one. I'm about to be turning up this weekend. I got off work like that clip that I always be using in my rant videos with Lil Baby and his Hellcat, and he does a burnout, and then he just like clean, smooth, like exits the premises with it. That's how I was feeling today. Today was a good day and whatnot, and I was just like ready to get up out of there just so I can get my bags packed and everything. Because I'm already pre-packing and everything for this trip. So honestly, we're gonna put these in the back. We're gonna put these in the back. Alright, because the showroom floor, I keep forgetting there's cars on the showroom floor. Alright, we're gonna put this right here temporarily, and as we go, we're just gonna move it back if needs be and whatnot. So next up, I'm thinking about driving that Lambo. Yep, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. We're gonna drive this Huracan. Even though this is an exotic job and we can't really screw this up, we can at least have a little bit of fun while we're doing it. The cops is always out for someone in this part of town. And dude, I seen a Huracan in person, bruh. Oh my god, this is like my dream car. That's like, okay, now y'all know my dream car is really the Hellcat Red Hot Charger and the GTR. Those are like my two like dream cars. That and the Dodge Demon, the 2018 Dodge Demon, or a Trackhawk. One of those. If it's not the Red Hot Charger or the GTR or the Demon, it's gonna be a Trackhawk. But my thing is that like for me, my end goal when I really make it, like bro, like your end goal dream car, the end all be all. I think for me, it's the Huracan Performante. It has to be. If not the Huracan Performante, it's the Technica, the last send-off for the Huracan. And honestly, I don't even know like what model they're actually gonna be the successor for the Huracan, because we know the Revolto is gonna be I cannot speak today. The successor for the Aventador. Man, why can I say that? But that thing is actually pushing like 1,000 horsepower, and it's a hybrid V12. It's a hybrid V12, which honestly I'm glad that it's a hybrid and not fully electric, because we still hear that V12 scream and holler. But we need to know like what's actually going to be the successor for the Huracan. That part we're unsure of. But the interior is actually nice on this thing. The interior is real nice. And it has like the animated dials and everything for it. Alright, so, and also speaking of which, I will be getting Franklin a Lambo, but I'm not sure what type of Lambo that I'm going to be getting, because if these are the Uruses that I think Simeon is getting into the dealership, like I might just get first dibs just off general principle. I might just get first dibs just because I love the Urus. The Urus, okay, now that's some people's like end-all dream car, but it's like, it's a $200,000 SUV, but the Trackhawk can still dust it. The Trackhawk can still dust it. That's why I still put the Trackhawk over the Urus. But honestly, we'll see. We're gonna take this Mustang though. I know that much. And also, I know what I was also about to say. I also put the advanced persistence mod back in my game, because honestly, I was sick and tired of persistence too. I wanted something different, and I wanted to change it up just a little bit. So let's actually head back to the dealership. Let's do a speed run in this. Oh yeah, this is nice. And it's already painted green too, so I don't really have to do anything to this if I were to take it. And this thing kind of feels a little bit slow. It don't feel like it has the full 750 horsepower. Hang on real quick. Okay, yeah, I did do the gear ratios right. Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. They have it short in the gear ratios in the first 4 gears because it's a track car. It's a track muscle car to compete with the Z01. Silly me. Classic mistake. still, I want that, the wheels spinning in this Mustang. I don't care what anybody say. You have to be a baby driver to drive a Mustang. People be crashing these Mustangs because they don't know how to drive them. Come on, truck. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Like, bro, I hate it when people try to get over in the far right lane or far left lane. They block both lanes of traffic. It's like, you should have thought about that or turning left when you had the chance. Like, people just get behind the road and just get stupid. Alright, here we go. That's 2 down, 2 more to go. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me move this over. Let me move the BMW over. Oh, matter of fact, since we got room, actually, I don't know where those cars went, but we got room. I think they're on test drive. But since we got some room, let's actually put these out on the floor, actually. Okay, that's one. Now let's put the other one out on the floor. I keep locking it on accident. Alright. That red interior with that green is nice. Alright, let's back this thing up like Juvenile and them. Back that thing up. You see them watching me pull this bad boy in? Alright, this right here we'll have to do. Alright, now that we got that, we got the BMW M5 here, and then we got the Shelby GT500 here. Now let's take the Porsche 992 GT3. I still don't exactly know the distinct difference between the 992 and the 911. They're pretty similar. But I still love my Porsches. I never really stopped loving Porsches. I always had a thing for Porsches. But it's like, you know, I would rather get a Hellcat before I get a Porsche. Even though like this is an exotic, like still maintaining these things is kind of a pain. Okay, Porsche, I see you. I retract my previous statement then. Let's get a little bit interior action. This interior is nice. The people, like, I have an eye for detail, but these people on 5 mods have an extreme eye for detail. Like, it's insane, like, what they can do. It's insane what they can do with detailing these cars in Z-modeler. Let's actually turn the lights on just a little bit. I love that light bar that's in the back. It gives off, like, cyberpunk vibes. Speaking of which, I actually been heavy into cyberpunk as of recently. Since they dropped the 2.0 update, I've been playing that game, like, heavy. Like, seriously, heavy since 2.0. That was basically how the game should have been released. If they would have just delayed it a year and then waited and fixed it up and polished it up, it wouldn't have been the disaster as it was. But I'm getting up in that Porsche. Speaking of which, Johnny Silverhand, aka Keanu Reeves, that's in the game, he actually owns like a Porsche. Since it's set in 2077, his Porsche is like 100 years old, but he maintained it. So I'm wondering if somebody actually made his Porsche in GTA, but we'll see that. We'll see that a little bit later. Cyberpunk is a great game now. It's a great game. It actually was a great game when it first came out, but like the problem was that the game was, of course, unpolished. It wasn't finished, and then of course game-breaking bugs left, right, and center. And the cherry that was on top of that disaster cake, like most of the promises that they had in the game, let's take the Blackwing, the promises they had in that game, like most of that stuff was cut out. It was. I'm just gonna be real. Oh, I keep forgetting the Blackwing mirrors also fold out as well. I mean, come on, y'all see me with it. Y'all see me whipping this. Alright, we got one more car to go. One more car to go. I was like, we riding with the windows down in this. This is actually pretty dope. I seen a Blackwing the other day. It was like an all black Blackwing. Dude, I think that's what I'm gonna have to get Franklin. Like an all black, a blacked out, murdered out Blackwing. That's what I think I'm gonna have to do. Let's scoot through here just a little bit. And hey, so far I'm actually doing a pretty decent job. I haven't crashed or nothing. I haven't crashed any of the cars or nothing, aside from the Viper that was from earlier, which technically wasn't my fault. Let's take a little bit of a shortcut past the post office, and across the way, across the train tracks. Also, speaking of which, after I pull up on my dealers, I'm going to go on a spending spree and get not only Franklin a bunch of cars, but I'm also going to get the dealers a bunch of cars as well. I don't know what cars I'm going to get them. I know I'm going to be buying Hellcats, Trackhawks. I'm going to get the dude that had the Porsche when I first met him that's down by the beach that's over here. He had a Porsche, a 2019 Porsche GT3. I'm thinking about getting him the new one, the new joint. Alright, let's take this in the back again. We're making very good time. We actually might have time to pull up on the dealers. If not, I'm actually going to split this recording up. Matter of fact, let's back it up like this, and then we're gonna put this back here. Alright, now that the Blackwing is delivered and back, let's take the Audi R8. To be honest with you, I specifically have to get an Audi R8 just so I can twin turbo it. I have to get an R8 just so I can twin turbo it. Same with the Performante. I have to twin turbo both of them. I have a bunch of twin turbo R8 mods, and I have a bunch of twin turbo Huracan mods, and the Huracan Performante mods. Oh yeah. Alright, let's go back down to the docks one more time, and let's get our final car, the Audi RS6. And I'm pretty sure this thing is all-wheel drive too, so this thing is behaving like a rear-wheel drive. Let me know in the comments, does the Audi R8 have the button on it or like a switch on it where you can switch it to rear-wheel drive? Because if I remember correctly, these things are all-wheel drive. I mean, we just zipping by traffic. We ain't thinking about nothing else. Let's actually make this right real quick. Let's punch it real quick. I gotta be careful because there's a hump in the road somewhere up here. I keep forgetting where it's at. Oh yeah, it's right here. Okay. Oh come on, bro! Oh my god, bro. We gotta go to LS Customs now. We gotta go to LS Customs. Oh my god. I got half a mind to pull out a pistol, man. I got half a mind to do that. Great. That's just great. And see, this is why I don't be talking mess no more in these videos, especially these. Or Franklin's Millionaire Empire. I say, remember earlier I say I've been doing real good. I haven't been crashing cars or nothing aside from the Viper. Then as soon as I open my mouth, 10 minutes later, I crash a vehicle. And much less a car that's supposed to be delivered. Get out of my way. See, I'm frustrated. Speaking of which, okay, it's 8 o'clock. Okay, so I do have real-time duration turned on. So this is going to be one of them episodes where it's like going to be mostly daytime. We've been doing a lot of nighttime episodes, so I've been wanting to do a bunch of daytime. Also, I got the mods ready so I can do the drag racing. So we're actually going to have a bunch of cars and a bunch of videos strictly dedicated for the drag racing. Alright. Let's not screw this up this time. Let's not screw this up this time. All you gotta do is just get down to the docks and then deliver this, drop this off, be done with it, and just so we can go and pick up the RS6 and then we can make our decision on what car we're actually gonna take home. Knowing me, since we got money to spare, we actually might just take 2 cars home. since we're actually gonna get rid of the Hellcat anyways, and get the new one pretty soon. If he pulls me out of this car, man, I swear to God, if he pulls me out of this car, okay, you know what? You know what? You know what? As a matter of fact, come on. As a matter of fact, hold on. I keep forgetting I can do this with my car. Oh my God. Now we gotta take it back. Goodness gracious. This is getting tedious. And I mean, it's my fault I blew through the light, but sheesh. This happened twice in a row now. Alright, come on, man. Come on. Third time's the charm, as they say, right? Third time's the charm, right? I mean, I don't know. What do you think? The whole front end's messed up.
Good to go.
That's all I needed. Jesus Christ. If I crash it again the third time, I'm just going to free fix this. It's just going to be an automatic free fix for the car via the mod menu. Let's just get down to the docks and get this over with. See, these cars are just unpredictable. Because not only do they pull out at the worst times, but they switch lanes at the worst times too. Keep forgetting about the dip in the road, man. That's why I let off the gas this time. Alright, let's slow it down, slower roll. Alright, come on, old schooler, come on. I got places to be. I got a job to do. We got up to 160 in this thing. We got up to 160. They say 160. 160 in a R8? I mean, these things can do 200, no problem. These things can do 200. This thing got a V10 in it. Alright. Now that we got the last car delivered, let's park this right next to the Porsche. And then they can take care of this. I did my part. And then we're gonna get paid for this. Let's take the RS6. One reason why I was tempted to get the RS6 was because of the interior lighting, and then of course raise the sunroof or crack the panoramic. It's almost like a panoramic sunroof. They should have done a full panoramic on the RS6. I think that's what they're gonna do with this next one, or with this next whatchamacall, RS6 or like the RS7 or whatever they're gonna do with the Audi, their 4-door. Oh, this is the RS7. Never mind. I'm sorry. This is the RS7. This is the RS7. I don't know why I was thinking of the RS6 for some reason. Let's get a little bit more interior action on this. The overhead display is like my favorite part. Yeah, this thing is mean. This thing is mean. Let's get this thing delivered, then we can make our decision on what car we can take home. For me personally, the one side of me was screaming M5, M5, M5. Other side of me is the American Muscle side of me saying, get the Shelby, get the Shelby, get the Shelby. So we're gonna come to our decision real soon, real soon. of fact, since there's a traffic jam, I don't want to get stuck behind a car on a big truck like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go behind, or you can just blow through a stoplight too. That's cool. Like when I tell you these NPCs cannot drive, they can't drive. All right, we almost there. We almost there. We came too far to screw this up once more. All right, come on. Alright, now that we at the dealership, we can finally...
Man, you got off lucky, homie.
I was almost lucky. I almost got T-boned by a truck off. Now we can figure out what car we're going to take. You know what? This actually might be a no-brainer. This one might be a no-brainer. As a matter of fact, let's keep a little bit of room. Let's keep a little bit of room right here just in case. Okay, now that we got all the cars delivered, I'd say this is a pretty successful job. As a matter of fact, while I'm here, let me actually get the payday for this as well, because I got my check ready. Because you know I ain't doing nothing for free here, especially around this neck of the woods. Okay, so options. This is like $100,000 job, especially considering that we delivered a Porsche, a high-end Porsche, a high-end BMW, a high-end Lamborghini. Yeah, this is $100K minimum. So yeah, we're gonna add $100K just for that. All right, and then while we add it, let's quick save this. All right, now that we got that situated and done, what car are we gonna take home? The victor goes to spoils. I love the BMW M5, but I love the Shelby GT500. Oh God, this is a tough decision. This is really, really tough. Oh goodness gracious. Because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. If realistically speaking, what would I go with? Because if I went with the Shelby GT500, realistically speaking, I can do a lot of stuff in this. We can act a fool in this. So, but if I do get the M5, we got a lot more room for activities with this. So you know what? We're gonna take the M5. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, we're gonna take the M5. Plus, we can add our own plate to it later on, and whatever the case may be. Yeah, this is what we're gonna go with. And if I change my mind, we'll come back and get the Shelby GT500. We'll come back and get, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go get the Shelby GT500 later. So matter of fact, since this is ours now, and matter of fact, let me untrack these two cars that's right here, the Blackwing and then the RS7. Let me untrack these real quick. Matter of fact, it don't really make sense to buy the Shelby GT5. I'm stubborn. You know what? Let's just buy both cars right now. So, matter of fact, while we over here, I did not mean to do that. Alright, hopefully that does not crash my game. That does not crash my game. So, let's actually do some quick little math real quick. Since we got first dibs on both of them, like technically, since we actually got paid, and that's technically like our little discount on it, if I remember correctly, that M5 goes for how much money again? I forgot. So I'm pretty sure it's like 80,000. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure it's like 80,000. So let's deduct. Okay, so that Shelby GT500, that's like 93. They want like 93 MSRP for it. So 93 plus 86. Okay, so basic math. 90 plus 80, that's 170. So add a 6 and an 8 somewhere. That's $176 or $78,000. So you know what? We're gonna do 178,000. Oh my God, I screwed this up. Hold on. Goodness gracious, I screwed this up. Oh my god, I am all over the place. Jesus Christ. Okay, to enter amount or deduct, use the number or the number 0. Okay. Okay. 0 deducted. Okay, let's start over. Let's start over. 1, 7, 6, 0, 0. Okay, so 176,000 has been deducted. So now we pretty much got 2 cars for 76,000 because that was like what I just got paid. All right. So now that that's situated and settled and over and done with, we can actually take both cars now. We can take both cars. Alright, so Simeon, he's gonna know what to do with these two. These two, I gotta drop these 2 cars off at the shop so that way I can pick them up later. So we're gonna pick these 2 up. They can do whatever they want with those. I put in backstock. I'm pretty sure 2 of them is going to get detailed. So we got a BMW and we got a GT500. I mean, why not? We got a bunch. We got money. What's the point of having money if we ain't going to use it? Matter of fact, yeah, let's park the M5 like right here, and then we gonna bring Chevy GT500 over. One part that I hate is that we're and love is that we're right across the street. So that means whenever I'm doing all this right here, I gotta go back and forth. And then speaking of which, I gotta go back to get my C8 anyway. So I gotta make 2 trips. I seriously gotta make 2 trips. Looks like a dealer right there. Hold on, if he's slinging on my turf. I'm not trying to get into any trouble or anything, but if he's not back, if he doesn't get off my block by the time I do, we might have a little bit of a problem. And y'all hearing them things, they letting them things go in the gun store. Like Jesus Christ, they letting them things go. Somebody letting out some aggression. Alright, now let's get the GT500. Honestly, the GT500 can stay exactly how it is. I think the only thing what I might do is I might put that secondary or like that alternate ducktail spoiler on it, because that Shelby GT500, the track version comes with this spoiler right here. The regular GT500 comes with like a ducktail or duckling spoiler. Screw you too, man! Wait till I get a Tricog. I'm gonna be terrorizing these folks. Alright. So, matter of fact, with that being said, so now that we got the M5, this is a fire screenshot right here, actually. Matter of fact, let me take a quick little screenshot of this right here. Matter of fact, take a quick little screenshot. We got the M5, we got the GT500, we got the Tricog, we got a Z01, we got an M8, and we got a Viper in the back. We got the Shelby GT500 right here. My God, this looks amazing. And then we got a BMW M5. I got a crazy build in mind for this. I got a crazy build. And it doesn't have a plate, but that's fine. So honestly, that might be my doo-dirt car. I'm telling you right now, if that dealer is not off my block by the time I get over it. Matter of fact, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna see what he can do. I'm gonna see if I can offer him something. If I can offer him something, we might be good. We might be good. He's been standing. Okay, so he's not hostile or nothing. Let's offer him 20. Hey, bro! Hold on, bro. We gotta go. We gotta move right now. We gotta move right now. No, we gotta go. We gotta go because now that we got a warrant, bro. And if they spot me with a gun in my hand, that's lethal force authorized. All right, we gotta go. We gotta go. Oh wait, they attacking my dealer up there. Oh, one of my dealers died. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, she died. Hold on, bro. Hold on. They got one of my dealers. Hold on, bro. Where's she at? Oh my God, they got her. I had a dealer right here, man. Damn. Oh my God. Okay, we got the money. We got 5 million. She had 5 million on her. Matter of fact. Come on. I'm with it today, boy. I'm with all the shenanigans today. Matter of fact, you still alive? Alright. We gotta go, man. But with that being said, bro, we gonna end this video off right here, man. One of our dealers are dead. Oh my gosh. Right when I was about to give her something, that was like one of my best dealers. Alright, bro. But anyways, we gonna end off this video right here. I gotta shake these cops real quick. I'm gonna record the next part of this after this, and we're gonna get the aftermath. We gotta bring another car out. So we already got a warrant on the C8 and whatnot. We don't have lethal force authorized or whatnot, but we got to be a little bit careful. So with that being said, make sure you guys like and subscribe if you're new. This is your boy Gwop. Be sure to tune in to more episodes of Friends with Millionaire Empire, and I'm out, bro. Deuces.